Hello, Stitched Together family! We're Andy the Maniacal Cinephile, and today we're diving deep into the new horror film by the Philippou Brothers, Bring Her Back.
Uh-oh, aren't they the twins that made that scary movie, Talk to the Hand?
Time to see if the Philippou boys got lucky or are full of crap.
That's Philippou! Bring Her Back is an Australian supernatural horror film directed by Danny and Michael Philippou, with a screenplay by Danny Philippou and Bill Hinsman. After stepping away from a planned Street Fighter adaptation in 2023, the brothers focused on this project, drawing inspiration from the psycho-biddy subgenre.
Andy, what the heck is a psycho-biddy?
Great question, little buddy. Also known as hagsploitation, it's a genre featuring aging women who have become mentally unbalanced and violent.
So, a movie about my ex-girlfriends.
Their debut feature, Talk to Me, was a hit and one of my favorite horror films of 2023. Talk to me. Really? Even the spirits are ghosting me? The movie doesn't give you all the answers, and I'm seeing some confusion online, so join us in our salt circle as we explain and review Bring Her Back. Warning, there will be spooks and spoilers. The visually impaired Piper, who can only see shapes and light, and her older stepbrother, Andy, discover their father has died by slipping in the shower.
Seeing your dad's junk is traumatizing, especially when it's stiff. I mean, he's a stiff.
With no one to care for them, they're placed in foster care until Andy turns 18 in 3 months.
Andy, what happened to their mom?
I don't know.
She probably slipped in the same shower.
They are taken in by their new foster mom, Laura, who seems kind. Kind of odd. She claims she never swears, while swearing, and swears again a moment later. Bloody hell! Piper then meets Pom Pom, Laura's stuffed dog, our first clue that Laura struggles with letting go of the dead. You know what? I wish I were a dog, so I'd get a bone. Ah, gross, mother. Anyway, they meet Laura's other foster child, Oliver, who is mute, can't go outside, and torments the cat. To gain trust with Andy, Laura jokingly tells Piper that Oliver has red curly hair, when he's been shaved bald.
Laura then broke the news to Piper that she is also a redhead.
Laura tells them that her own blind daughter, Cathy, drowned in the backyard pool.
So the pool is off limits. But enjoy the jacuzzi.
Right away, Andy feels unwanted when Laura excludes him from a group selfie. At their father's funeral, Andy can't even look at his father's body in the casket. Laura tells Andy that he should kiss his father goodbye. On the lips! This triggers Andy. He recalls the CPR that was performed on his dad, and his head is filled with the sound of the running shower. So he flees.
He should walk. Wouldn't want him to slip.
Before leaving, Laura clips and takes some of the dad's hair. But more on that later. That night, to be the cool mom, Laura and the kids get drunk in memory of their dad.
For Piper, it adds a new meaning too. Drink till you're blind.
Andy admits to Laura that their father loved Piper but beat him, usually when Piper wasn't around, using the sound of the shower to mask it.
Now he's in another home where he's not wanted.
Andy became resentful, and when he was 8 years old, he hit Piper. It's unclear if this has anything to do with her vision loss, but Andy regrets it and becomes very protective of her. They even have a code word, grapefruit, for when it's time to be honest.
For instance, I never pee in the shower.
Grapefruit.
Okay, I poop in the shower. I mash it down with my feet.
Ah, damn it, Evil! That's too honest! Laura shares she'd do anything to hear Cathy call her mom again. And she means anything.
Like, wet somebody else's bed?
Exactly. That night, Laura pours her urine onto Andy's lap while he sleeps, making it seem like he wet the bed, a tactic she repeats to portray him as troubled.
Except he does piss the bed, so now he's wondering why there's twice the amount of urine.
Andy is left alone with Oliver and tries to get him to speak or write something down. Andy turns his back and Oliver starts chewing on a kitchen knife. A disturbing image. However, Oliver did manage to write something down. The word bird.
The bird is the word.
Needing a doctor, Andy drags Oliver over a white circle that surrounds the property, causing Oliver to convulse violently.
I have the same reaction after eating cheese.
Laura returns, furious, and drags Oliver into the backyard pool house, where he begs for help. Laura sends Oliver back into a trance by rubbing the top of his head in a circular motion, a technique she learned by watching a VHS tape of a cult ritual.
Laura still has a VCR? She really can't let go of the past.
The tape reveals a resurrection ritual. Step 1, mimic the death. Piper needs to drown. Step 2, consume the old body. This would explain Oliver's appetite. Step 3, purge the soul into the new body. So basically, the possessed Oliver needs to eat Cathy's corpse, chilling in the chest freezer, and then puke into Piper's mouth after she drowns in the pool.
Has Laura considered adoption?
Remember the dad's hair? Laura feeds it to Oliver, who mimics anything he eats. For instance, in the tub, Oliver was hissing like a cat after chewing on its tail.
You know what they say, you are what you eat.
Andy finally takes a shower, only for Oliver to mimic his dead dad, causing Andy to slip and hit his head. After the hospital, Laura frames Andy by dousing herself in his body spray and punching Piper in her sleep in an attempt to turn Piper against him.
Because of the punch? No, because he still wears Axe body spray.
In the cracked bathroom mirror and through the window dripping with rain, we see distorted glimpses of Oliver with horns, emphasizing his demonic nature. Now walking around like a bloated grief monster that consumes everything, Oliver bites Laura's arm, eats his own flesh, and even chews on a wooden table.
Jim Carrey is jealous of his ability to chew the scenery.
Meanwhile, Andy visits his foster care worker named Wendy and sees a missing poster in the lobby. Oliver is actually a missing boy named Connor Bird. Now we know what the boy was trying to tell Andy.
Andy, was there ever an Oliver?
Well, Wendy reveals Oliver is Laura's nephew, who does have red curly hair.
I'll take Demon Boy over a ginger any day.
Wendy reveals Laura was a child counselor for 20 years and would never hurt a kid. But it explains why she's so good at manipulating the system and the children. Andy convinces Wendy to search Laura's home, but Laura, tipped off, cleans the house, dumping Andy's creatine powder down the sink, implying she's been drugging him at night.
And here I thought the stories about her dead daughter were boring him to sleep.
Andy finds Oliver chewing on Cathy's corpse, while Laura tries to explain the ritual to Wendy. But when they attempt to flee, Laura kills Wendy with her car and drowns poor Andy in a puddle. Bummer. Laura picks up Piper from school, and it's tragic that she can't see the cracked windshield in front of her face. At home, Piper hears Andy's voice and finds his body in the bathroom, identifying him by his braces. Oliver had eaten Andy's fingers to mimic his voice.
Even a demon can't turn down finger food.
Piper is knocked out while trying to flee. Laura begins to drown her in the pool, while a bloated Oliver waits.
Oliver had one hell of a food baby.
Now, Oliver, you have to wait 30 minutes after eating to enter the pool.
Piper screams, "Mom!" snapping Laura out of it. Overcome with guilt, Laura lets Piper go. I guess all she needed was for someone to call her Mom one last time.
It's the whole Martha thing all over again.
Piper kicks Oliver in the gut, causing him to puke up Cathy's remains all over the patio. She escapes, and Piper is picked up by a couple on the side of the road.
Damn it, kid! We could have hit ya! What are you, blind?
Oliver finds the missing poster, crosses the circle, and collapses as the demon leaves his body. Bye-bye, I'll never forget you. The police find him crying in the rain, and he identifies himself as Connor Bird. It's unclear if Connor was conscious or not throughout this whole ordeal.
At least he has an interesting story for when he goes back to school.
Laura opens up the bite wound on her arm and carries Cathy's corpse into the pool, cradling it as the police approach.
She doesn't need the police. She needs a lifeguard.
In the car, Piper hears a plane overhead. Earlier, Andy told her that a plane is like someone flying to heaven. It symbolizes that her brother has passed on.
Even on the way to heaven, the peanuts are hard to open.
With a $15 million budget, Bring Her Back opened in third place with an $8 million gross worldwide. Not a smash hit, but their previous film, Talk to Me, opened with $10.4 million and went on to make $91 million.
The Philippou Boys are growers, not showers.
Their performances are stellar. Sally Hawkins as Laura is mesmerizing, and Sora Wong, with no previous acting experience, delivers a genuine and heartfelt performance as Piper. Her partial blindness adds vulnerability, making the finale intense and heartbreaking.
To get answers, good thing Piper didn't have to watch the tape.
The film leaves some questions unanswered, like how Laura discovered the cult or obtained the ritual tape. Maybe she bought it at a flea market. Leaving certain questions unanswered might infuriate some viewers, while others will appreciate not having everything spelled out for them.
Wait, Andy, can you spell infuriate?
I enjoyed the ambiguity. It engages the audience, encouraging them to piece together the puzzle. We didn't need a villain monologue or that scene of the kids Googling demonic rituals at the library.
Would they even have that in Braille? Maybe an audiobook?
I do wish the movie had more surprises. Did the father simply slip in the shower? I was waiting for a big reveal that Andy may have fought back and killed his dad. When we first meet Andy, he's repairing the busted side view mirror on his car. Why? Did he hit his dad, or was it foreshadowing his own death? When Andy is in the hospital, Laura claims she killed his father. Was that the truth or manipulation? Attacking her in the hospital in front of other people would get Andy out of the picture.
In the end, a puddle was more effective.
Cathy's death is also sus. In a home video, she swims just fine, but later, in a brief shot, it looked like there was blood in the water. Did Cathy slip and drown, or was there foul play?
How many people are gonna slip in this movie?
Visually, the cinematography is slick, but it also helps tell the story. Piper can only see light and shapes, so several shots have a shallow depth of field. Some shots are completely blurry, or the background is out of focus.
Or maybe the focus puller was also blind.
The score was unsettling, and the sound design was effective. From the beginning, over the opening title, we can hear the sounds of drowning, and the sound of the shower is always haunting Andy.
It's the opposite of Psycho. This shower creeps up on you.
The special effects were top-notch. Some of the gorier moments definitely get under your skin.
If Oliver doesn't eat it first.
There's also a lot of circle imagery that represents rebirth. Like when the kids first arrive at Laura's home. There's a circle on the pool's floor, and the ritual involves drawing circles.
I have been working on drawing my circles.
Triangles also play a part. The pool is shaped like a triangle, and Laura has a small triangle tattoo on her hand. Most of the movie revolves around water, like the shower, the pool, and the constant rain.
The movie is wetter than Sally Hawkins when she banged that gill man.
While some scenes are disturbing, and there is a sense of dread throughout, the movie was never scary. It's more of a depressing thriller or dark drama. While I did enjoy Bring Her Back, I'll admit it's a bleak film and dragged at times.
If only somebody dragged Cathy out of that pool.
So, would I recommend Bring Her Back? Yeah. It's not as strong as Talk to Me, but the performances, cinematography, direction, atmosphere, and the attention to detail in almost every aspect is outstanding. Thematically, Bring Her Back dives deep into the horrors of grief, manipulation, and how far someone will go to avoid letting go.
If only they had a shower mat with grippies.
In the end, it may not be for everyone. Some will want a faster pace or clearer mythology, but if you enjoy character-driven horror, grim family drama, and a good old mystery, then it's worth your time. I give it 3.5 out of 5 grapefruits.
we can bring it back.
Drop your theories in the comments below. We've been Andy, the Maniacal Cinephile.
Thanks for liking and subscribing.
Join our Patreon, hit the bell, and now watch another damn video.